3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's Jungbo. We have to do our heart.
Okay. Jungbo.
So welcome back to our channel. It's been a while since we've seen you guys. We're really excited to get to know you guys because you're a new audience. For those of you who don't know us, I'm Chonga.
And I'm Joe.
No.
Poram.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm used to saying my nickname. But my Korean name is Poram. Yeah.
That's why we are Jungbo. Yay! So, pretty much we've taken over. Why have we taken over?
Because we're better.
Yeah. And we were told that people want to see our faces.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see hear our voices.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, they've got all this equipment. It's fancy. And if Jungbo had it, how much better could they do it?
Right.
And so we decided to take over. It's a Monday night.
and also, we're trying to take over David.
Yes, that's the number one thing. So why are we trying to take over David? What's your relationship to David?
Well, he's my brother, and that's the only reason why I'm trying to take over him.
Pretty much. So what's his current view count? Something like 300 and something, right?
Yeah.
I think we can easily. What's our church? How many people in our church, bro?
I don't know. How
like 1,000?
No.
Nah, yeah. I feel like we could do something like that. So David Chun, we're coming for you.
Yeah, watch out.
That's the thing. But before we go any further, shall we introduce our guests?
Yeah.
So our guest that we have today is our King's Army host members.
IJ and James.
Look at them go. Do I press
Twinkle one as well?
Yay!
I love that one.
I think you guys suit that one better.
Yeah.
I think you should get rid of any other sounds and only use that one.
Just use the twinkle one.
That was the
Welcome back.
that was the first time I actually went and walked in. James, how was that for you? Was that weird or was that okay?
Yeah, it's good.
A good change.
Good to be good change. Good idea, guys.
It was your idea, by the way. But now that you walked in, the viewers know your real height. How does that feel?
I feel almost exposed.
Yeah.
And, I feel a bit attacked.
I was going to say,
perfectly honest.
because you only see this much usually. And then
That's so true.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks for that. I appreciate it. No. All good. No, it's good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to have our guest. This time, we decided to shake it up and we're on location tonight. So we are just trying different things this year. And hence our two guests being female.
wow. Women.
Girl power.
So rumor has it, the reason why you have us here is only because you ran out of men. And I started the rumor.
No, who said that?
Are you sure?
No.
We weren't your last resort kind of thing?
No, we had so many. Anyway, so
Sure. So
yes, but yes, James, have you been? I just
Not too
want to
bad,
bring
yes.
back to James.
Just business as usual.
what's your business as usual? We don't know you, sorry.
Yeah. So what do you do, James?
What I do? Well, today I just work from home.
But doing what? Like, what do you do?
I'm gonna keep it professional.
Sorry?
What do you do?
It's confidential.
Oh, right. You just gotta say
No,
that,
I'm
bro.
joking.
You say discreet, not professional.
Yeah, I was like professional. That's not the right word.
He's like on TikTok live.
I work at Omnicom Media Group.
Omnicom.
It's an advertising company.
How long have you been there?
4 months.
Oh, not
Yeah.
bad. Enjoying it.
Aren't we supposed to be the host?
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
we already
we are
took over.
taking over.
Don't you remember?
Yeah.
Sorry. How are you doing, IJ? Do you want to talk about your life?
Doing good. Doing
Yeah.
very good. Very, very good. Very happy.
Sure. Should we talk about how we're doing then?
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
What did you get up
Well,
to?
I finished my studies.
Oh,
Congratulations.
school.
Oh,
Okay, now the twinkle one. Yeah. But yeah, I just need to graduate and like do the ceremony and then Yeah, but I've been just working, hanging out with my friends.
Where do you work?
Yochi.
Free promotion right here.
Yeah, frozen yoga at Yochi, Surrey Hills or Newtown.
Delicious. It's a very busy, I see.
Yeah, I don't know why we're so busy.
Yeah.
It's just frozen yogurt.
Have you guys had Yochi before?
No.
What? Why am I here?
They don't care about you. They don't even care about you.
No, Yochi's up there. You guys have to try it.
Okay. Have you had Yochi before, James?
Isn't it yoga berry?
No, what?
No, yoga berry is yoga berry.
That's Korean. Yochi's white.
I never knew yoga berry was Koreans.
Oh, is
owned
it
by
not?
Koreans.
I thought
Oh,
it was
maybe
just-
not. I don't know.
just
Maybe I'm just being racist.
Any Asians, I think. I don't know.
I think it's just a different franchise of frozen yogurt dessert.
But yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, it's good. That's good. Glad to hear. Congratulations. Chong, how about
Chong?
yourself?
Well, I'm okay. Yesterday I was a bit sick, so I didn't come to church, but I'm here at church today. I'm feeling a lot better. I think I slept like a total of like 30 hours in the past 2 days. So it's pretty fantastic. And then
Whoa.
yeah,
30
like
hours.
I've just kept sleeping yesterday and
I'm
today.
jealous.
And then tomorrow I'll be back at it with work and everything, but been pretty chill. Nothing crazy. It's a bit cold, but yeah, nothing too crazy.
Good to hear. Good to hear that you're feeling better. Good to hear that you're rested. I'm looking forward to the rest of the night, and we have some juicy topics and conversations to be had. But before we do that, let's play our intro, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the King's Army podcast, and we are here with our guests. Could you just reintroduce yourselves, please?
Hi, we are Jungbo. Sorry, we're not very well versed.
Okay, let's do it again.
We've done this twice.
3,
Okay, ready?
2, 1.
Hi,
guys.
We're Jungbo.
So, what does Jungbo even mean?
So,
It
do you
means
want to
information in Korean.
like the word Jungbo? And our names, so my name is Chonga in Korean. My Korean name is Chonga.
Yeah.
Her name is Boram.
Boram.
And we put it together and it's Jungbo. So we just,
So that's like your Korean friendship name, kind of.
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
it means
yeah.
information.
It
Yeah,
means
and
information.
we cover like all sorts of information in our podcast.
Yeah.
That's the meaning of
But
it.
the truth is there's no information
Yeah,
in our podcast.
not really.
It's just yapping away. No
Just
conversation.
talking.
Yeah.
Speaking of your podcast, where can the viewers find your podcast?
Instagram,
Only.
Jungbo. Yeah, only.
It's called
For now.
itsJungbo. So
Yeah.
itsJungbo.
Yes, I've actually watched a couple of your snippets and clips that you have online, and
we
yeah,
have
no,
like
it's.
3. We only have 3.
I was trying to be nice.
I have a new name for your podcast. It should be 필요 없는 정보.
Wow.
Wow.
That's like kind of. Do you know what he said? He
have
said
no idea.
pretty much he said useless information.
Like information that you don't need.
Yeah, yeah.
What's with the shade?
But then
We
if you
just
put it, if you really put it into like, if you think about it, we said Jungbo is our names, right? So he just said we're not needed. 필요 없는 정아 보람. So
and we're at
Oh,
church,
sorry.
James.
It's time to be professional.
do you want to repent on that? Yeah, you can
You
go.
got shut down
That
so
was crazy. You can go to room 19 and repent. What the heck?
quick. Whoa.
No.
You just did. But anyway, let's move on to no, but yes, let's
Yes.
move on to the next part, which is to get to know you guys through.
Our icebreaker.
Let's now break the.
Ice.
Wow. So
That sounded so sarcastic from you guys. Wow. Good job.
no, we're just easily impressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's our icebreaker?
Well, today is a very rare podcast because it's a mixture of both men and women, and we have a visual representation of men and women.
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't realize
Proud sponsor Prime.
We wish.
Can you imagine?
I wouldn't be here. I'd be richer.
Oh,
Alrighty.
whoa.
Let's get into the questions.
What is it?
Question 1 is, if you guys are answering individually. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Historical.
Any historical figure
Other than Jesus, maybe. I feel like everyone wants to have dinner with Jesus.
other than Jesus.
Other than Jesus.
Historical.
It could be someone who's alive today as well.
Oh,
That's-
Julie Andrews.
That's not a historical figure. Is a historical figure means dead? Okay, if you could have dinner with anybody.
Anybody.
I have one. Julie Andrews. Do you
Who's-
guys know?
who's
Mary
Julie
Poppins.
Andrews?
Sound of Music.
Oh, short hair queen with
Yeah,
blonde
I
hair.
love her
Yeah,
so much,
yeah.
yeah. I'll
She's
have-
great.
Yeah, I'll
She's
have a
great.
little snacky with her
Why?
because I just find her cool.
Wait, is
She's
she
great at singing. Maybe
she-
I can do karaoke with her.
is she the one that's married to the what's her name? The Sarah lady? Oh no, she's
Oh.
not a lesbian.
No, she's not.
She's just really old.
Yeah. She's from Princess
Sorry.
Diaries. Do you know?
The queen
Yeah.
of Princess Diaries.
Yes.
Yeah, I have dinner
Yes,
with her.
Genovia.
Yeah, Genovia.
Yeah. Julie
that's a-
Andrews.
Yeah, I really like her. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
I'm thinking like this is a bit niche, but I think I would have dinner with, do you know, back in the day in Korea, before they got taken over by Japan, the reason why was because the king pretty much sold the country off kind of thing. I would want to have a chat with him. Like, what was going on? Like, for what reason? Because after that, it
Yeah.
was like a disaster, right? I'd probably want to have a chat with him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting
Yeah.
answer.
A niche, yeah. Do you guys answer these icebreakers as well?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
why
just
not?
us. Okay, sorry. Okay.
So you guys are the special guests.
Oh, okay.
Question 2.
Mm.
What's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten?
Oh,
Eaten?
there's a lot.
Oh, really? Then you can go first. 'Cause
Go
I
top
can't-
three.
Yeah.
Go top 3.
Unusual.
Mm.
Wait, no, I need to think. Wait.
Unusual. But I can't really think because, like, intestines and stuff is not unusual,
Yeah, oh,
right? That's
yeah,
pretty
so
standard.
true, yeah. Like that's
Unusual is
Korean
more
standard,
like-
yeah.
I don't know.
Like combinations, like food combinations.
I guess so, yeah. Food combinations.
Oh, food combinations. I've done seaweed and chocolate.
Ooh.
You know, Kim, like the salty Kim, and then like a block
I can see
of
how that can
chocolate.
taste nice.
Yeah, it's like
Seaweed
a
and chocolate?
Sweet and sour. Oh, not sweet and sour. What is it?
sweet and salty.
Sweet and salty, yeah.
But the texture's no good. It's pretty disgusting texture. But
This
yeah.
is kind of normal amongst like Koreans, but sweet potato and kimchi.
Mm, I've never had that.
That's pretty great.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Wait, what else? Oh, when I was young, I used to have milk and rice together.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know,
like-
bro, my grandpa, sorry, this is a bit off top. My grandpa, he used to work at the butcher, right? And
Yeah.
his meal every day is rice, chocolate milk, and spring onion kimchi.
Damn.
And
Wait, chocolate
sometimes
milk?
chocolate milk, not regular milk, chocolate milk and spring onion kimchi. Isn't that sorry? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
well,
but yeah, milk and
in my
rice.
culture, we have rice that we mix with chocolate. It's called champarado, and then it's like this chocolate rice,
Oh,
and we put
really?
milk in it. So yeah, when
Oh.
you said milk and rice, I was like, oh, that's kind of normal, sounding to me at least.
Damn.
Yeah.
But is it like a watery, milky, like a porridge, or
It's
like
a porridge.
Ah,
It's like a porridge. Yeah.
okay.
You know,
Porridgey.
there's a filler sweet that I really like. Pistillas. It's like condensed milk, and then it's like
Oh, I think I know it.
I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
what it's called there. I think it is.
I don't know if it's pastillas or
Yes.
Pastillas?
Yes, I
Not-
used to have that in high school a lot.
Do you
I
ever-
might be wrong. So those fellows are really angry right now. I'm sorry, but anyway. So.
Yeah. It's,
Wait, did you guys all answer?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd be excited for that
what
one.
a
yeah.
host. You don't even remember what we're
You're not
answering.
even
bro.
listening.
You know, before he
Get
was
out
like,
here.
he was like having a mental like breakdown because he was like, oh wait, aren't we supposed to be the host? And now he doesn't even remember.
He's having
the
an
answers.
identity crisis.
Okay, fair enough. Whatever.
Alrighty.
Hit us.
Question 3. If you could instantly become an expert in any subject, what would it be?
Subject is school subject, yeah?
Like any subject.
Any subject.
Doesn't have to be school.
Okay. Instantly. Sorry, this is a lot of
Okay.
Wait, can you give us an example? What would you do?
Yeah, what would
can
you guys do?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to think.
Would there be an expert subject? Or would there be a subject that you would want to be an instant expert at?
Oh, ancient history.
Wow.
Oh.
Why?
Just because for some reason I catch myself at like, late at night or in the middle of the day just watching YouTube videos of ancient history, and I don't know why it just fascinates me. Especially mummies. It scares me, but I kind of want to keep watching.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah.
they're like it's just scary, but then I just keep, and then it's just interesting what they were doing and the culture.
Yeah.
And, so ancient history.
I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you say that, I know. Mine would be like extinct animals.
Oh.
Like I love like the massive like wombats that apparently used to be around. I don't know what this says about Christianity and like the whole evolution thing, but probably the extinct animals. Yeah, like dodo birds, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I'll do. For me, I think geography. I just suck.
Like, do you not know your capitals and stuff? Cause same.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
anything.
Sometimes I get embarrassed.
Yeah, me too.
So, or like sweat when people start talking about geography, or like there's a game and it involves geography.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Like categories.
I'll back out. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well, we did that.
maybe geography.
Oh.
But since IJ answered, what about you, James?
Oh, so this is how you're supposed to be a guest. You're supposed to remember everyone. Sometimes I forget like who's answered.
It's okay.
But for me, I would to be honest, when I heard your answers, I was like, why?
Oh,
It's kind of pointless.
but like, that's why you said it.
why are you throwing shade?
Why are you doing this? I don't think he wants us to.
He wants us to
No.
change our name.
Yeah, I know. Now he wants us to
What's
not
going
be expert.
on?
This is just for entertaining.
Fair. Yeah.
Entertainment.
But for why? For me personally, well, you said instant expert, yeah?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to like spend too much time on it because it doesn't really do much for me. But if I could just know it, like I would love to.
For me, I would want to like be an instant expert at something like programming or like something that's be very useful.
Did you say school subject?
No, he just said like subject.
I had like
school subject
in my
Okay,
brain.
So you don't even listen to your own host. That's really interesting.
No. Like
You
50%
guys need to
of it.
work on your listening
But can I
skills.
change my answer?
Oh yeah.
Auslang. Sign
Oh
language.
yeah, that's a really good one.
What
I
is-
wanted to do Auslang.
What is Auslang?
Like
Sign
sign
language.
language.
AUSLAN.
Yeah.
Auslan.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, actually that's a good one. I changed my answer too.
Okay.
To Auslang?
That, yeah. Because we said we wanted to learn it together
Oh
because
yeah.
it would be very useful.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So change answer.
Alrighty. Next question. Question 4. What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
Ooh.
Most adventurous thing. Ooh.
Wait, let me go through my photos.
Do you have to go through your I'm thinking, to be honest, I'm not a big adventurous person. Like, going overseas when I'm 17, is that adventurous?
Yeah.
Oh no, me and Evelyn. Well, this is not adventurous actually. This is just, it ended up being no good. This was not adventurous, but this was like stupid. This was me and Evelyn decided to book an Airbnb in Korea in like a dodgy neighborhood. And what ended up happening was this random man knocked on the door and Evelyn was alone, and he ended up putting in it's passwords only, and he opened the door and Evelyn was by herself and Evelyn was on the phone. She's like, John, like, oh my gosh, like, but that's not adventurous.
Yeah, that's just traumatic.
That's
Yeah.
she's fine, yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
I
She's
didn't have
fine.
to- you can't just end it there.
She's
It's like,
fine.
was it fine?
So what
Was it a mistake?
So like it ended up being that guy was like kind of drunk, and then he entered and he saw that our shoes were there. So then he was like, oh, this is obviously not my house. And the issue was the Airbnb host, which was a little bit not great, had 2 houses right next to each other that had the same password.
Oh, that is dumb.
It's so dumb, right? And
Yeah.
so he was putting in the right password, but then he couldn't get it just because he was drunk. And that's why he's like, oh, why isn't the door opening? He was trying to open it, and then we ended up having to just leave because we were like, oh, we don't feel safe here.
Oh man.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
We were 17.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's not adventurous. It's just,
Yeah, that's just scary.
Just an unwise decision.
Yeah, pretty much. What about you?
Adventurous. I went to Australia's Got Talent. Like I
Shut
watched
up.
it. I was like,
Oh, she didn't compete. I was like, show us the video. Where's the edition?
no, that would have been great.
That
But
would've
no.
been crazy.
I was just the audience, and like But I was sitting pretty far, so they didn't really record me. But people who were sitting closer, they were told to do certain like reactions, and we were told to do like we were told to clap, even when there was like no performance. Just
What?
like yeah, just
Also,
beforehand.
post edit kind of thing.
Yeah, so we were like booing, and
there was
we were,
nothing
like
there.
clapping, and then we were like yay, and there was nothing there.
So
we
you
were
all look
like
schizo.
So I guess that is adventurous. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
it was
is.
pretty
TV show.
fun. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
but there's not much adventurous things to do in Australia, I feel like.
Nah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Question
Promise.
5.
Yep.
If you could visit any fictional world, where would you go?
Fictional world.
Club Penguin.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good one. Why are you so good today?
Gosh, yeah,
That's
Club
such
Penguin.
a good one.
What's Club Penguin?
Are you like being serious, or is this the entertainment
Wait,
part
I
as
need
well?
to show you
Like, is
right
that
now.
real? You don't know what? Do you know what Club Penguin
Yeah, I
is?
had a podcast. Even
You
James
don't know
didn't.
what Club Penguin
Well,
is?
did you guys have memberships?
Yeah,
'Cause
I did.
didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did? Wow.
Of course.
So then I only had
Oh
like
my-
one hairstyle.
And you could only be like the blue penguin. You couldn't be the
Yeah.
other penguin.
No,
It's like Maple Story.
No.
No, get out of here, James. What are you doing?
James, like, I don't understand.
You don't know this, and you get to like
and you go to
chat.
and you
Like-
go to different like places
Yeah.
and do things.
That is Maple Story.
That's not
No, it's
Maple.
not Maple.
It's literally penguins.
Instead of
bro.
And you can
Yeah.
there's puffles as well. Like
I
pets.
love the puffles.
Yeah.
The puffles were fantastic. I can't believe you don't. I'm like shook.
So both of you would choose Club
No,
Penguin.
I don't think I would choose. I would choose. Do you know Moshi Monsters?
Oh, that's a good one as well.
Oh, what's Mushroom?
It's like
Guys,
similar
you guys
vibe
have
with
similar
Club Penguin.
vibes, but it's monsters instead of like penguins.
That's
Yeah.
probably after my time. I remember Neopets.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Anyway, that generation gap was crazy.
Both of us were like, sorry. Wait, I'm going to
Damn.
search up Neopets now.
Okay.
You never seen Neopets?
Neopet. But maybe we just don't know the name, and maybe we actually do know.
Oh,
Oh, no, I don't
they
know.
kind of look like furries.
They're not. They're definitely not that.
Sorry.
Wow, that's.
No, I don't know.
But it is
Neopets.
like Moshi Monsters. They look like kind of. But yeah, anyways.
the game that taught capitalism to kids.
Yep. We had to buy.
Sorry, that's just the.
yeah, we
that's
had
what it
to.
says.
We had to buy.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Our last question. Our last question is, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh. I was
Ooh.
just singing it with my friends just then when I came.
What was it?
It was "Love" by Keisha Cole.
Oh, that's a really good
Oh,
one.
Yeah,
we
we did
sang
that.
it together.
We did that.
Wow.
Yeah.
When was this?
We will tell you a bit later.
Okay,
We'll talk about
okay,
that
fine,
later.
fine, fine.
We will reveal that
Wait, but I
later.
have one more as well.
Okay, fine,
So
go.
Keisha Cole, "Love" by Keisha Cole and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh,
I
that's a
have
good
to-
karaoke song.
How do you sing Bohemian Rhapsody?
Mama.
Just like that.
with her voice.
What about that part that goes like?
Yeah, we do it just like that. But I have to sing it with Alice and Elizabeth.
Oh,
They're
okay.
my karaoke buddies.
Okay. I've got two as well.
Oh,
One
yeah.
is like I'll do a group one that I have to. It's with my high school friends.
Mm.
It's a song called, in English, it's called "Sunset Glow" by Big Bang. It's called "Prugunor,"
Big
and it goes
Bang.
like "난 너를 사랑해." Okay, fine, don't worry. the other one is "Boys to Men," "End of the Road."
Oh,
I
yes.
love that
That's so
song.
random. That's like from my time. Both
My
those
brother likes
songs.
that one. Yeah.
Boys
Yeah,
to
End
Men
of Road.
is like
David likes
they're my
that one.
favorite group in
I'm
this
surprised
entire
you know
world.
who they are.
Well, they're like even before your time though.
Yeah, they were
They're like
before.
our parents' time.
Yeah.
Wait, can I say one more?
More my brother's time.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's your other one?
I Got a Boy by Girls' Generation.
Oh, wait. Do you know what that reminds me of? What is it? Oh, what's the one? The Beyonce one?
Love on top.
Bring the
No.
beat.
No. Something about
Countdown. No.
something about a boyfriend. I got no. I need no.
Hello.
No, something about like being like she's like in the
End of
perspective.
time?
No, she's in the perspective of the boyfriend, and she's
If I
talking.
were a boy.
If I were a boy, that's
you
another
really
one.
struggled
Sorry,
with
that was a
that.
lot.
Sorry,
Yeah,
but I couldn't help you either. So.
yeah. And
Yeah.
James didn't help either.
Hello.
Hello,
Right
Indeed.
pitch as well. I don't know if that was the right pitch.
that was weird. That was like
Hello.
that was a great icebreaker.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was fun.
Yes.
Consider
Confirm.
the ice.
Has been broken.
Wow. I love these sound effects things. We
Can
got
we
to
do one more tinkle? One more tinkle, please.
And then we all look at the camera.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to look at the camera.
Yeah.
Do you want us to look at the camera or?
No, it's up to you.
Whatever is natural.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
that. You can look at it to engage the audience on YouTube.
Yeah.
I just look at it just in case if it's flat battery or not.
Oh.
Like, yep, it's still recording.
Okay, that's okay. We'll
Well,
go.
yeah. Our next part of this segment is, I guess, talking about our
Bible verses?
Bible verses.
Bible verse.
Yeah.
But I need like, wait, can I just look?
A passage that you feel like you have been challenged by or compelled by the past week or month.
Oh, past week or month. Okay.
While you guys looking, maybe I can start.
Yep.
For me, I was working today, and then I don't know, the word compassion came into my mind. And yes, although I haven't been very compassionate on this podcast as so far, I think definitely compassion, the word compassion stuck to me because many times in the book of Matthew, it talks about Jesus being compassionate or having compassion for specifically like a large number of crowds. And I guess in Matthew 9 verse 36, he talks about how when he saw the crowds, he had compassion for them because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. And I think there's another, I saw a different verse late today, but it was talking about how he was compelled. And I think what compassion does is it really compels you to action. And I feel like when I think about, I guess people in our church who have their hands on a lot of things, like I wonder where they get the strength from or how they are moved. And I think definitely compassion is up there. When you have compassion, now that I think about it, I know why the word compassion came into my mind.
Why?
Because I was watching some YouTube reels, and there was a dog who had his arm trapped in a kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have compassion for this dog. And then that's how it came to mind. But that's my kind of 2 cents.
That was fantastic.
Thanks for sharing. What about you guys?
Should we go back and forth? Do you want to share yours?
Yeah. So my one is Galatians 6, verse 1 to 2. So I'll read it. Brothers, if anyone is caught in any transgression, you who are spiritual should restore him in a spirit of gentleness. Keep watch on yourself, lest you too be tempted. Bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. So I think this verse made me feel thankful for the community that I have, the brothers and sisters that I have that kind of keep me on the right track. Because I think I still get tempted by certain things of the world. So yeah, just being able to just talk about it with my brothers and sisters really helped me just to wake up. And I guess it's a good reminder for me to do the same for them as well. Just keeping each other accountable. This is a good passage for me.
Yeah. Well, I was initially thinking, because you just said like your favorite verse, but the last week or month is a different one, and it comes from Revelation chapter 2, from verse 2 to 5. Let me just read it quickly. I know your works, your toil and your patient endurance, and how you cannot bear with those who are evil, but I've tested those who call themselves apostles and are not, and found them to be false. I know you are enduring patiently and bearing up for my name's sake, and you have not grown weary. But I have this against you, that you have abandoned the love you had at first. Remember therefore from where you have fallen, repent and do the works you did at first. If not, I will come to you and remove your lampstand from its place, unless you repent. So this is a verse that came up because at the Women's Equip conference, we went through Revelations 1 to 5. And the whole message pretty much was saying, let's be expectant for the Lord coming kind of thing. And he writes 7 different letters. No, he gets, I think, is it John? I forget. To write 7 different letters to 7 different churches. And this is the letter to the church in Ephesus. And just as you read it, each church has their own struggles, but also their own, like there's something that they're doing really well, but also something that's like, yeah, like, oh, like get it together kind of thing. And pretty much the whole thing is like repent, 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 right? Like the Lord is coming and like you need to repent. But as I was reading it, like there were two things that I guess came up. One is hopeful in the hope, lots of hopefulness when I think of the future, because I know that the Lord will come, and I know that He is like in it. It continues to say like He's the first and the last. He's the one who was and is to come. Blah blah blah. Like, He's so mighty and all of these things, and so like being very comforted by that, but also being very confronted by the need to repent, because I guess it just, really made me reflect on what's been going on, and made me realize that as I chase certain things that I feel like are what God wants me to chase, I forget other things. And so trying to remember to like really keep God close, so that, because I can't with my own strength keep these things like going together. Like in my own strength, I can't remember everything, but with God's strength, like, and with God's wisdom, that's the only way that I'll be able to kind of do what He wills. And so, that's Revelations is the one. What about you, IJ?
Oh, thanks for sharing, guys. For me, it was 2 Corinthians 12, 8-9. And this is where Paul is talking about how he has a thorn on his side and suffering. And so I'll just read the passage. It says, 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take away from me, but He said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Yeah, and I just found that really impactful because, when we think about our own experience when it comes to suffering, our initial instinct is to cry out to God or tell people, cry out to God and tell Him to like take the pain away, just make it go away and I'll be better and it'll be better. But in reality, I like this passage because it's pointing to the idea that, through our suffering, God's power is made perfect. Like through the cracks of our imperfection, God's glory can be seen. And so to make sense of our suffering is such a gift, because then we know how to kind of respond in a way that's more resilient rather than, a victim mentality, or rather than feeling like disillusioned by the situation, but know that there is a greater purpose. And therefore it is more hopeful. Even though we are suffering, we know that there is a purpose. We know that God's power is working in those unfortunate situations. So I think that's just really reassuring to know those things. So that's what I had from my reflection point.
Thanks for sharing. That was great.
Yes, but speaking of, I guess, sharing from God's word and spending time in God's word, we also all spend time in God's word in one specific way on Sundays, and that is
Da-da-dum. Church.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, church. What church is it?
One family.
What time?
At 3 o'clock, AEST, Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, and where?
2B Factory Street, Grandville. I'm not sure what the postcode is though. 2140, something like that.
2160.
Oh, sorry, damn.
Oh, sorry. It's 2143.
Sounds about right. Sounds legit. I'll take your word for it. But yes, we know each other through church. We all attend. We attend the 3 p.m. service. And so since we all attend, I'm curious to know now from a female perspective, because, all these years of running King's Army podcast, we always hear the male guests hearing their first impression of James. I'm curious to see how you guys interacted, because you did some growing up together, right? You all were
like really little bit, because he came a bit later.
Okay, so what was that experience seeing our host here, James?
First impression? Well, first time I saw him was him rapping at the camp, high school camp.
Oh, I don't remember that. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's like the only memory.
Did he go up on stage? Did you go up, James?
I think it was for like skit night or something.
Oh, wait, I think I remember.
Yeah.
I think I remember now. Well, was it good?
He slayed. So
Jimmy
good.
J.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah,
That
was his
sounded so
name.
convincing.
Yeah, I
Thank
know.
you, guys.
Sorry, I don't remember the rap.
It's okay. He didn't remember the rap
I was about to say that he doesn't remember either.
Honestly,
We'll
like,
get into that. We'll get into
We'll get into that later.
Yeah. Well, for me, I don't remember my first impression, but I have a lasting impression.
Okay.
If that's good enough. But
wow.
there's two. Sorry, it's like I'm so sorry if you feel attacked. But
No,
the
it's all right.
first one is I remember thinking, wow, his style is really out there. And it was because
Why?
there was this one denim jacket that he used to wear. I can picture it so clearly. It was like this tight fitted denim jacket. Like literally you could see his little waistline. And then it had like these mad studs on the shoulders.
No
I was like,
I don't have studs on it.
no, they did. And I was like, wait,
so
I was like,
good.
is this his mum's jacket? Like, because your mum's actually really cool. Like,
Yeah.
his mum's actually really
Wait,
cool.
I have a question. Do you have like a clothes, like a? Oh, whoa, I can't speak.
Yeah, you interrupted me just to not speak. Sure.
Can you keep going? I actually forgot. What
Okay,
I was gonna
I'll
say.
say my second thing. So that was my first thing, and then the second lasting thing is, do you know how many times he's failed his red pea test?
Oh, no, I've never.
It was like it's a ridiculous amount, pretty much. And then he was like explaining to us why he failed it the last time, and he's like, "Yeah, I was turning the roundabout, and I turned like this with one hand," and we were like, "Of course you're gonna fail! Like, what are
I
you
don't
talking about?"
remember like telling you these things.
Yeah, I don't know. That was I think because we were in praise team together. Wait, were we? I
Oh.
think. But that was I was like, wow, I didn't know people could fail that many times. That was my lasting impression. Sorry if you feel attacked. You can take it out. if
Wait,
you want.
those two are great, especially
Right.
the first one.
I can see it. So, do you know what jacket I'm talking about?
I know what jacket you're talking about, but it doesn't have studs.
It does, bro.
No, go check tonight.
Well, I hope you
We
don't have
will-
it still.
I will. If he finds it, I'll take a photo and I'll
Yeah.
to confirm.
Or I'll try to find a photo on Google and I'll show you what's in my mind.
Okay.
I'll show you what I'm picturing. That was crazy.
But yeah, I did have my fair share of. I guess like in all the episodes, a couple people did say I wore a few more out there options.
Comments on his fashion
Oh, really?
styling back in the day. Yeah. But what was your impression of the girls? Do you remember, or was there interactions or lasting impressions?
Not really.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, I'm not surprised because I
Yeah.
feel like James, you were the type to like hang with the boys
Uh.
and then just be with the boys.
I just went on this 10-minute spiel about him, and then now I look like a stalker. I look like baby reindeer.
Oh my god!
I look like bloody baby
I watched
reindeer.
that. I
Like,
watched that TV
seriously.
show.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's crazy.
Like-
You don't even remember us, do you?
You guys are in the same grade.
No.
No.
You just proved their point.
No.
Halo.
You know, aren't you like if Wait, I thought like, you know, if you have hosts, like if you've got guests, you're meant to do like research on your guests or something. Like, is
But
that not
none.
right?
None.
Seriously.
Wait,
No.
but I remember my question.
Stop
No-
interrupting.
No one asked. But
Okay, what?
What's a piece of clothing that you used to wear like religiously when you were young? And now that you look back on it, like you want to like rip apart
Yeah.
or burn.
I've got one.
Wait, I need to think of mine.
I've got one.
Do you have one, James?
Probably like the
The denim jacket.
No, something that you remember because you don't think there's studs on it, right?
I swear there's studs.
I used to like. I had this baggy white shirt. It's just normal button-up shirt, but it's like quarter extra large,
Oh.
like quadruple extra large.
I was like, quarter extra large. Is that a size small? Sorry, yeah. Gosh, sorry.
Anyway, I was too big and I wanted to wear it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I decided to cut off
Oh.
the things or the sleeves because it was too long.
Yeah.
But I cut it a bit too short. It was like
So three-quarter.
Oh,
and I cut it too short and I wore it like, oh, I cut it too short. But I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, this actually looks pretty nice, and I rocked that to church one day.
And what were the
What was
responses?
reaction?
No one gave reactions. So
that is a reaction in itself.
Yeah.
That was confirmation in itself that
I was like, what was I thinking?
no one complimented you, which means they're doing you a service.
What about you guys? Do you guys have any?
I do. I've got a pair of jeans that I used to wear. They were like these skinny jeans, but they were maroon colored.
Oh, I think I
That
had
was-
one as well.
That
No,
was
but-
so in back
Yeah,
then.
but
though.
so the
Yeah,
maroon colored
yeah.
one I actually really liked. And still, you know, maybe I would rock it. But there was a navy colored one. And the navy was like a really vibrant navy, more like a really vibrant version of this chair, okay?
Okay.
And it was all ripped on the front from like the shin to all the way up my thigh.
Did you get it from JJ's?
Yeah, I think I did.
Wow.
But it was hella ripped. And I used to wear that to church and people would be like, you know, the adults are staring and they're like, oh, like, did you get a discount because it's all ripped up? Or like, you know, they're throwing shade at it. But the maroon one I liked, but the blue ones I would probably be burnt.
You know what else they would say to that? They were
What?
like, "Did your dog rip it?"
Yeah, they say the weirdest things, bro. Like, mind your business, babes. Like,
Was it in
seriously.
English or in Korean?
No, in Korean.
Ah,
okay.
In Korean, they'll say it. Yeah.
So these are common phrases that they would kind of
Yeah.
spit out to like
yeah.
degrade the outfit.
Yeah, literally. Just say that we're prettier than you. Nah, sorry, joking. Bye. Sorry, that was so embarrassing. What's yours?
Oh my gosh, you fully slapped me. My one was like a hoodie shirt. It was like a shirt.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
what you're
like a
talking
hoodie.
about.
Yeah.
But what
Hoodie
color?
T-shirt.
It was like striped. And it was like different colors. And then it would go down to my bum.
I can exactly
It
picture
was
what
like
you're
an
wearing.
awkward length.
It was.
But I would wear it so many times.
It's like
I
a
loved it.
2010s. kind
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Udi without,
but short sleeve
but short sleeve
Yeah.
and without the cuteness.
without the kid.
Just ugly.
And I'll wear it with like
It's-
jeggings.
It's almost emo. Kind
Yeah.
of. Like it's giving me the
Yeah.
emo
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember that clearly.
Yeah.
Do you have one? Well, you've lived a few years longer
Yeah,
than us,
I've
so
had-
maybe you have more.
I have many fashion styles I've been through the ages. One of them was I used to. I had a beanie with those tassels on the side.
Oh, stop it.
No, but I didn't stop there. I cut the top off. so
Wait,
then,
what?
So then my hair would be exposed.
Wait, do you have a photo?
I
No,
do.
that's not real. Who let you leave the house like that?
No, but back then that was considered. Everyone was like, "Whoa, that's
What?
different." And I was like, "Yeah, I
Really?
know." Like, but yeah, I cut off the top, so it's like a visor, but like it was just essentially just ear warmers. Like it just went around my forehead and my ears, but it had a functional use because I don't know. But with Asian guys, our hair like when we get out of the shower, it dries like puffy.
Yeah, like-
so we
yeah,
have
yeah.
to wear hats to like flatten
Press-
it.
yeah.
And what I like to do is wear that because it flattened the sides but kept the top spiky. And so I used to wear that also so that when I took it off, my hair was done.
Oh my gosh.
I was a revolutionary.
That's actually like yeah, wow.
Yeah.
You beat all of us.
Yeah, you beat all of us.
Yeah,
Wow, I
through
wasn't
sheer
expecting
embarrassment.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my, are you sure that was like a normal thing? Like people around you did that as well?
No, just me. Yep.
Wow.
I need to see a
Yeah.
photo after.
Yeah, I'll show you a photo. of
Okay,
it. I
okay.
actually have a photo from when I was 18.
Wait, you were an adult and doing this?
Why do you
I-
make it sound like it was illegal?
I used to make my own clothes as well.
Ooh,
So I
okay.
sewed clothes. I sewed a t-shirt and I sewed pants.
Damn.
And I used to make my own clothes.
That's great. But
I would go to like Spotlight and buy material.
Damn.
Entrepreneur.
Wait, that's so cool.
We love that.
Yeah. But anyway,
Anyway, sorry.
that's
I really
then
wanted
back-
to ask that
back to
question.
James. What was your first impressions?
Sorry.
Well, I think I knew they both have older brothers.
Yeah.
And I think I interacted with, I guess, first their older brothers first.
Yeah.
And then after that, yeah, I wasn't really, like, while they were in high school, I wasn't really involved in high school as much because I was going to, I guess, the EM service. So my first memory, I don't really have a first memory, but if we could talk about like lasting impressions, I guess
Like if you don't have anything, you don't have to make it up. You know that, right?
I guess starting with Joe, like a lot similar like David. A lot similar like David. But at the same time, I think like seeing she's just a all round a chill person.
You literally said David was a buff crab.
A buff crab?
And you're saying she's like, that was your
What am I? Am I a crab as well? What kind of crab am I?
Maybe like an Alaskan king crab.
Oh, I'll
because
take
they're
that.
delicious.
I'll take that, James. It's okay.
Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Nah, but like yeah, I think even like in inland, just seeing her interact with the locals there, just a very down to earth person to talk to. I think, although I don't think we've ever talked one on one.
You're
So-
just
No.
making things up for the plot.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, and with Liz, I think, to be honest, I don't really remember. Like, you were in band, right?
yeah, I was.
And then, I don't remember, to be honest, but I do know how one lasting impression was. You're very, what do you call? She reminded me of Ange Senior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Wait, that's
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
both of you guys.
Yeah, that's
Really?
why the three of us were like a little thing.
Like, if you guys join, then you get Ange Senior. But yeah,
Really?
I
Combined.
Ange Senior. Do you remember Ange? Do you know?
I met
Ange
her.
Senior?
Yeah, before.
Yeah, but just very upfront and honest. No,
Extrovert, friendly,
Yeah.
straight to the
I'm
point.
trying to. There's a photo that I found of us a couple years ago. This is crazy that you mentioned that because this is a photo I sent to Jojo last week. It's of me, Joe, and Ange when
Oh,
we were in
wow.
high school.
Oh my goodness.
It's literally the
You
three
look
of us.
so different.
Do I?
Yeah, I
it
didn't
the
recognize you.
Maybe it's the hair.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I've
the
got
hair.
bright hair.
I think it's the hair.
yeah.
the glasses.
Isn't that crazy? It's
a
the three of
different
us.
Different vibe.
Joe looks like the character from Scooby Doo.
Velma.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's
Korean Velma.
It's the haircut.
I was thinking more like
Yeah.
Lord Farquaad, but like
Oh my
sure.
Honestly, I'll take that. I'll
Yeah,
take that. But,
but
I
like,
prefer
sure.
Velma.
yeah, sure.
But she's a
yeah,
girl.
okay, fine. But yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like.
What are your first impressions of Mr. IJ here?
I actually was thinking about this on the way here. I didn't know we were going to do this, but I was like, oh, we should do this. I was thinking. And so I was like, what's my first impression? And James is one I knew because like it's so vivid. And then for IJ's one, I was thinking and I was like, am I like a little bit racist? Because
Why?
like when I first saw you, I was like, wait, is that Keith?
Yeah, that's racist. Racism.
didn't
Racism.
even-
No, but that's
I'm so sorry.
understandable.
Like I
That's
didn't
fine.
even
Yeah.
register that you guys were separate people until a little bit later because you guys are both buff and you guys are both, you know, a bit on the not very tall side.
You can say just say short.
You know,
just say short.
you know,
It's fine.
and you were both. I don't know.
Are both Filipino?
Yeah, but like, there's like certain philos that look really different, but you guys are on the similar philo like wavelength. Do you know what I mean? And so that was my first impression of you. I thought you were Keith. Yeah.
A lot of guests say that. That's what his dad said about me. as well.
Oh really?
I look like a relative of Keith's.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do
yeah.
look
But you
related.
guys aren't related, right?
No,
Okay,
we're not.
Just
yeah.
making sure. 'Cause, Yeah, I up until now I thought you were cousins, but
Yeah, me too.
so sorry, we're so racist.
My first impression of IJ. I don't know if it was Hawa or Lazy Cat, but we were just hanging out. I think we were eating together, and then you took out your gym book, your journal.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Gym
and then
book?
I just saw his like calligraphy, and I was damn.
Yeah, I saw that on that
like,
book just then.
I can't even write like that.
Oh my
like
god.
he had like a whole set, like
Yeah.
of like brush pens. I think.
Yeah. No. Well.
I think. he
Yeah. I
did.
was showing you my workout list, and I was trying to show you my weight gains, but
Yeah,
you
but I
were
wasn't
all-
even looking at that. I couldn't even read that. I was just blinded by your calligraphy, and I was like, damn.
Yes. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had that combined, or was it our small
don't
groups were
know.
having dinner next to each other?
Yeah, I think it was like
At
before
Hawa.
small
Yeah,
groups. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah,
it is
that
pretty
was mine.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I was a
Oh,
bit
wait, thank
shook.
you.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
peeking over, but it looks fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
What about you for us?
Okay, my first impressions for Liz. Yeah, no, I just remember seeing you and thinking, oh, she seems like she's a character. Like
Oh, yeah.
she's very very like boisterous, very like out there, very and I thought you remind me of my cousin. I have a cousin that's pretty much the same age as you.
Yeah.
And she has like the same energy. And so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, she reminds me of my cousin.
Yeah, yeah.
And so yeah, it's just that same energy, extrovert, friendly, you know, has a passion for mission and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because my cousin's like that as well.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, very similar. So yeah, I always thought you remind me of my cousin. And for Joe, yeah, I remember. I just feel like you're very funny. That was my first impression.
you.
Wait, but am I not funny?
Thank you.
Don't hear what I'm not saying.
Sorry, okay, fine.
Did you see how he started off?
Yeah, I was gonna
That
say,
I'm
like, I
funny?
was like, what the hell? Sure, whatever. Anyway,
Thank you.
And I think yeah, when we were in Inland, we'll get into that more. I think like I really like got your humor, and I really liked your humor.
yeah, she's got. It is something special.
Yeah.
It is something special.
No, that was really fun.
Yeah, so I think that was just my first impression of you guys. Funny and reminds me of my relatives.
Yeah, I get that a lot actually. Honestly, like, oh, you remind me of my sister or my cousin, or just don't have my own
That's a good
identity.
thing. That means you're like warm,
Is
homey,
that?
You're like a
homey.
part of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
maybe.
comfortable.
But plot
Yeah.
twist, I'm introverted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me as
No
well.
way. No.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I am an I.
Yeah, me too. I'm an
Did
I.
you fill it out wrong?
No, no.
Yes.
Truthfully.
Because no, I wouldn't have known if you had not.
But I'm in like the middle.
Okay.
I'm like 52.
No, I can get that with
Yeah,
you.
me too,
but,
actually.
But Liz is the one that really surprises me.
Yeah,
Because
oh.
you get on stage and like
Yeah.
demand things from people.
That is true.
And
I
you
am
never
it.
shake.
Yeah.
I
whenever
shake. Yeah.
I sound like I'm about to cry, but I am about to cry. So
It takes me
Yeah.
a week to G myself up to do any sort of like speaking on church stages.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm like
Right.
an earthquake is happening inside me.
Maybe it's because like I've known everyone for a bit longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, I think I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, that is. I
You're-
wraps up
you-
that segment.
You guys are like need to work on your transitioning. Like,
Well, can you just
Like-
edit that out?
yeah. No, you know what it is? It's okay. Like, sorry,
It's
actually,
critique time. It's
are
critique
we
time.
like giving advice?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You don't have to just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, you can just,
We can talk about other stuff.
yeah. Anyway,
okay.
sorry, we'll go through it. Anyway,
Okay, we'll give
yeah.
that a try. We'll give
Yeah,
that
yeah.
a try. Okay.
We can't plan
I'm trying to segue.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, how do you
Go,
plan
girl.
that? No, you just
You're
go
not
with
meant
it.
to plan it. That's
You're not
the
meant
thing.
to
Yeah,
plan
you
it.
can't
Oh,
plan. But he's a
okay.
planner. So
Oh,
he
sorry,
doesn't know
okay,
not
sorry.
to.
Yeah, sorry.
The other thing that we are all connected by is that we all went.
To Colorado.
Inland.
I was gonna say Collie or
all-
inland.
Remember the game we
Inland.
played in
Oh,
the game?
That was crazy.
Okay, let's do that game where we'll think of it. What were we connected with, and we have to say all the same word.
Wait, what? What were we connected with?
As in, like, okay, well, yeah. What was the event, and we have to think of the one word of that event.
And we have to say it together.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you have the word in your brain.
Wait, what are we talking about? But
We're talking about the thing that connected us recently.
Oh, okay.
Think of that word. 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.
Inland.
Oh, we did it, guys.
I mean, it wasn't that
Brothers
hard,
and
but
sisters.
sure. Yeah.
We got there.
We got there.
Yeah.
Well, we were playing that game in the car for Inland, and it was pretty hard. There was always
The category was like Asian food, and then we all said dumplings except for Natalia. She said malatang, and then we got quiet after. We were like, oh,
but we were cheering. We
Yeah.
thought we did it because there was like 7 of us, and we
it
all
was
got
really
the same
fun.
thing.
Yeah.
You know, malatang's good too.
Yeah, it is good.
Malatang's
That was a good answer.
what were your I guess best highlight out of Inland?
Or first, can you, Joe? Can you just explain what Inland is?
Oh, yeah.
I guess for the listeners.
Inland. So, but inland, we basically go to like the outback. We partner up with the church in Brewarrina, and we do conventions, share the word with the people there, and we have kids ministry, and we have like dinner together, just having a yarn together. Yeah, it's good times.
And
very good
how
times.
long was the event? Were we there for?
for 4 days.
4 days. Yes, it was like we used the long weekend.
Yeah,
really.
jam-packed 4 days because 2 days was traveling. So
Yeah, and it was in Colorado.
Colorado, good place.
And going back to James' question, yeah, what was some highlights or things that you felt going there? What was it, your first time, or share if it was your first time or not first time, or what your experience?
It was my 3rd inland trip, but 2nd time in Collie. A highlight. Good sleep, like warm sleep.
Yeah, true.
I was like, praise the Lord, because the first, last year when I went, I was very underprepared. Like I didn't like pack any hot packs.
Her sleeping bag was pretty much thinner than it was pretty much like this thin, like this jacket thin. Her
and I
sleeping
thought I
bag.
would be fine.
No, it
and I
was-
thought like just layering would be fine, but I was kind of dying. I didn't have enough sleep, which meant I didn't have enough energy for the kids, and it was it wasn't that great. Yeah, but this time we got great sleep. And another highlight, I think, just seeing the kids again was really good. Just I really enjoy praise and worship just with the kids and just chatting with the kids. That was a highlight, and also seeing like the Bree family again was really good. Oh, and the last night when we were worried that we didn't have enough food.
Oh yeah,
But then
we had
people
too
started
much
bringing
food.
food and like we ended up having seconds and also packing more food for people to just take home. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
praise God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those were my highlights.
For me, I think it was like, so I have one major highlight, and that one is pretty much, so we do this thing called door knocking, right? It's before the convention starts. A group, we separate into little groups, take on certain streets, knock on the doors, and invite people to come to join us at the convention. And I was put with 2 new people, and because we had to drop people off before we got to our street, we ended up only having really little time. And the houses in this area are so spread apart that it takes quite a while to get to the next house compared to if it was like in Sydney or something like that. And we got to this one house, and I had told them, like, I was like to the new kids, I was like, I'm going to do it once, and then you're going to do it next, and then you're going to do it on your own, okay? But there was one time where there was a bit of an aggressive house, and so I just I just went in, and then the next house we went to, we realized it was a bit of an aggressive house as well. So we knocked on the door, and then there's a grandpa. He's like, "Who is it?" And he's like real angry. Like he sounds like he wants to like punch us in the face. And then we were like, I was like, we just want to invite you to the convention that's next to the oval, next to the pool, blah blah blah. And then you can hear him, and he gets up, and he's like, "Effing Christians." And then he comes, and then he opens the door, and he kind of looks like he's about to fight us. And it was David and Gloria. We're all like looking at each other, and we're like, should we leave? Like, we feel unsafe. Like, I think we need to leave. And then he pretty much comes out, and then we're like, we just wanted to invite you to the convention, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh yeah, actually I'll be there. I'm like, yeah, it's in 15 minutes. Just come over and we'll see you there. I was like, where did this come from? For sure. And
That
then,
switch.
right, it's crazy. Like, just from seeing us face to face. And then we went to, we did our thing, and then we went to the park. And then I was on my way to go to the kids ministry. And then I saw him, and I was like, oh my gosh, Tim, like, you actually came. I didn't think you were going to come. And he's like, yeah, I came. And I was like, oh, that's really fantastic. Wow, like, it's really good to see you. And then we had dinner at the caravan park. And then we were at the caravan park, and he was leaving with one of the pastors. Is it Pastor George, I think? The pastor that comes to Collie once a week. And as they were leaving, he was just like to me, hey, like, can you just make sure that my granddaughter comes home with food? Like, just like bring some food home, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, of course. It's so good to see. I can't believe you came to the convention and dinner as well. Like, it's great. And then I found out that they had an altar call during the last session, and he was one of the guys that went up to the altar call.
Wow.
And then he said to me, I'm a Christian now.
Wow.
And I was like, what? Like, and because when we knocked on his door, it was 2:45. And then I remember I checked the time. when we were at dinner, and it was like 5:30 or something like that, or 6 o'clock when he came up to me to leave. In that short span, he went from swearing at us to saying he committed his life to the Lord, and I was shook. And so that was definitely one of my big highlights.
Wow, praise God.
Yeah, literally praise God.
A round of applause.
Only
And-
God could.
Wow.
Yeah, only God could. So that was definitely one of my big highlights.
That's great.
Yeah, what about you guys? Well, it was your first trip, so
Yeah, I want to hear IJ's
yeah, me
more
too.
Oh, yeah, for me, yeah, it was my first one. I think coming into it, I had like zero expectation. I really didn't know what to expect, because even when I told people, or I asked people what should I expect or this and that, even they couldn't really describe it, and they said like really vague things of like, oh, are we supposed to organize this, or are we supposed to, like, oh, we don't know, you just turn up and do stuff. I'm like, it was very vague, but it was good. I think I definitely did something that was out of my comfort zone, which was going on stage and sharing my testimony. But surprisingly, I wasn't nervous as much as I thought I would. Like going on stage at church, even though it's like a 30-second announcement, I'm like shaking and I struggle. But like I did like a full thing. But I think because I had a genuine heart that I wanted to share the gospel. I wanted to share how God was working in my life and how God had worked in my life. So sharing from the heart, it just felt like a conversation. And so I was really encouraged that God could use me that way. It's funny because like I didn't really prep anything, I guess. I just had some verses that I had on the side that that I reflect on when it comes to my testimony. But yeah, that was like the most unprepared I ever went into doing something, and it felt good doing stuff like that. And in terms of like, I guess serving in the kids ministry side, because our time was split, or some of us got to sit in and some of us were serving, and there was a whole system of rotation of serving. And I also enjoyed serving in the kids ministry, looking after the kids. From I guess the stories that you hear about some of the situations in inland where it might not be the best conditions for kids to thrive or be supported, and sometimes they're a bit rough around the edges, but I was just surprised how they weren't as bad as I thought. Like I thought we would face kids that would be unruly or uncooperative or hard to win over, but all of them seemed to be pretty keen to interact, play games, and be a part of the activities. So I was just very encouraged to experience that, and I'm thankful as well that God, I guess, softened their hearts also to be cooperative and be a part of the thing. So all in all, it was a good experience, and I do want to go again, but I feel like my capacity is definitely for that specific amount of time, because I think for me that was just perfect. A perfect amount of time for me to like just feel that I'm like, oh yeah, like if it went any longer, I don't know how much more. For at least for me in my capacity, but I thought that was the perfect time, and I felt like in good spirits.
Yeah, because the other ones are like a week.
Yeah, Saturday to Saturday. But the upcoming October one is a lot more chill, because like it's not as intense, whereas the April one I heard is pretty intense. So.
Yeah, literally intense. Yeah.
I think what's tiring is
doesn't even react, bro.
But that's what I like about
The dynamic is crazy. Like it's like you don't even care.
It's like he didn't even hear anything.
but I didn't. I wasn't listening.
That's okay. But yeah, what did
you say?
No, it's past. It's past. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Had to be in the moment.
Yeah.
You have to listen back.
Yeah. Just watch the YouTube.
Sorry,
what were you gonna say?
Now I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, but didn't you perform with
That was not even. That was crazy.
Alice.
That was crazy.
I was trying to support Alice because she looked like she was singing, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go up there if you want someone to come up with you." And I saw there was a ukulele on stage, and I thought that it was tuned like a normal ukulele. Apparently, he tuned it to not ukulele, so I kind of like tried to tune it to sound right, but then it didn't work and we didn't end up using it. And so when it came for him to do his item number, I screwed it up for him.
Screwed it up for the whole thing.
Yeah, for the whole thing.
The rest of it.
I ruined it. But that's what they get for putting us on the spot.
I was like, why can't you just play it? Like, why can't you just play on it? Why do you have to change it? And then he's like, no, I got it. It's not the. And I was like, bro.
Because it sounds off.
I
It
wish I
sounds
was
so
there.
off. But anyway,
I think I
yeah.
missed out,
It was a
yeah.
moment. It was a moment.
Liz never lets it down.
Yeah.
She always reminds me, like, once you remember the ukulele? Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah, have to.
Yes.
But yeah. Did you remember?
Yeah, I think what I was gonna say was like the reason why we feel so tired on especially these ones is not only it's packed but also because we're sleeping in tents.
Yeah.
I think just the fact that we're sleeping outdoors that's the most tiring bit, and using public toilets and like all
Yeah.
that back and
Oh,
forth.
yeah.
I think for October, like they sleep indoors, like in
Yeah.
their actual houses and
Or the church.
the church, and like the partners open up their homes, and it's a lot more comfortable and relaxed. So I think I just don't want to encourage or discourage the our listeners if they ever do feel like going inland. Yeah.
And well, the October one is not. It's really good because it's not kids ministry every day. It's like we do have a town we go to called Galarganbone where we do kids ministry like full on those days. But once we get to Brewarrina, we actually spend a lot of time with the Bree family, like just having fellowship with them, having dinner with them, you know, encouraging them because that's pretty much one of the big reasons that we want to go. So if you ever wanted to like choose like, okay, I can only go to one this year, I probably would say the October one
Yeah, that was
is the
good.
best trip to go to.
Mm.
Chill, but so filling and so like, it's just a fantastic
Yeah, I
trip.
reckon it was a good balance. Like the kids.
Yeah, it's
and,
perfect.
Yeah, church.
Yeah.
and-
So yeah, if you're ever thinking about it, October's a great one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sounds good. But yeah, for you, Joe. Oh wait, did you
I
share this?
shared.
I mean,
I was the first
James
one.
didn't share. James didn't share.
Well, but like I did share, like I guess I had the honor to share in front of the church. So
Oh, true.
I guess like TDLR, is it that?
What?
what was that?
Too long to share. TLTS.
Yeah, there's no D.
I think you're making up a
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Anyway, a condensed form of what
Yeah.
he wanted to share.
long story short.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Long story short,
That should be one of the
Yeah, can
sounds.
we-
Halo.
Are we able to like
Yeah,
change
we
one of them? Later.
Okay, we'll do
Yeah,
that.
sorry. Yeah.
I really had a great time. It was like I didn't go for a long time. I didn't go for like 2 or 3 years, and then it was good to go back and then experience that kind of feeling of being in front of the campfire, and then also coming back home and your clothes smelling like smoke. I think it really, it's like almost like a detox almost, and then I just get in touch with nature, and then get in touch with people, and then like there's nothing on my mind but just the word, the community, and God, and then like it's a great time. I had a great time, and then beyond that, like the stories can speak for itself. I'm sure everyone would have been able to go on stage and also share like the stories they experienced. But yeah, it's very wonderful to experience those things and be part of that.
I did have a question for you guys because like obviously like before people started to drop out, your intention was your small group to wait, are you part of their small group?
No, I had
No,
a.
it was for you. Yeah. It was your small group to go. Like what was the reason for?
We just wanted to set some goals, I guess, like in the beginning of the year, and just set a kind of interesting year for the boys to like have anticipation for. So we put inland there as well. It wasn't just like it was just a it came into our mind. We should go to inland together, kind of thing. And then that's how it happened. But yeah,
It's okay. Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good. I wanted to ask you as well. Like, what was your reason for going to inland?
Yeah, I think I just wanted. I've actually never been on mission before, so I just wanted to experience it, especially before I enter a different life stage. But yes, I wanted to just experience it.
We'll get into that later as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to experience going on mission, I guess, and yeah, I just heard a lot of good things from inland and people's experiences, and I thought, yeah, why not? And and I felt at peace when, like, actually Marty was the one who asked me, do you want to go? And then when I was thinking about it, I'm like, and then he told me the length and when we were going, I was like, yeah, okay, I think I can. Yeah. And it just felt like, I felt at peace about saying yes to it. So I was like, okay. And that's where
Fantastic.
it came out. And we were trying to get our small group boys to come as well.
Oh, okay.
So me and Marty are the same small group.
Yep.
And I think for a bit, Adrian might have come, and then
Then he had to pull out.
he had to
Yeah.
pull
Yeah.
out. So there was a possibility, but
No, it
Yes.
was, it was very good having more guys there.
Yeah.
Because last time we really struggled with only having a few.
Yeah.
But that was when we had a lot of like the naughty boys.
Oh, that's
They weren't there this
October,
year.
yeah.
No, even in Collie last year. Like Norman
Oh,
and
yeah,
friends.
what's up? Yeah.
Yeah, but this year they weren't there, so. But it was good to have lots of guys. So
Yeah.
encourage the men to keep coming on these trips if possible.
they should come. It's a good experience.
Have to, actually.
So do you guys plan to go like at least like once a year kind of thing, or is it just whenever you have the opportunity you just go?
Yeah.
I see.
So far for me, I'm committed to going to June and October trip
Yep.
because those are the trips that I've already met people on and like kind of formed a relationship with the kids. And I realized that if I try to commit to the April one, it's kind of a lot in terms of like missing time from work and all of that stuff. And so I think like, yeah, my capacity for me is the June and October trip. The town, you know, like Collie and Galargambone, those are the two big ones, and Brie, of course, that I really want to keep going back to, because that's one of the feedback that we kind of get is the kids really like, because you know, sometimes it's an empty promise, oh, we'll be back next year, and you don't go back. But the thing is, we forget about it, but they remember it. They remember everyone's names. They remember like all these like little details, and it's so like I want to kind of try to honor that as much as I can. So for me, I'm committed to the June and October trips. What about for?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because we yeah, that's how it
I
is.
do want to go to the April one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but maybe like
But-
later
Yeah.
when I can. Yeah,
It's really great to see like especially like your crew really getting involved, and even when I guess the guys come up to Sydney as well, just enjoying fellowship, and yeah, it really reminds me of what a church looks like as well. But yeah, it's encouraging to see you guys really get into the action and be involved with that much passion. So
yeah, we
Really
were blessed.
inspiring.
You're blessed.
Yeah.
I bet you IJ's thinking so much about how
A
to
segue.
transition
What
to the next
are you on
segment.
about? I totally
planned
not
everything.
thinking about
But you're not meant to
anything.
plan it.
It's okay.
Yeah, nothing's happening in here. I'm just vibing. Is that what they say?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's what they say.
Yeah, sure.
Vibing.
What was next on our
Vibing.
agenda?
Speaking of vibing, things that we don't like to vibe is awkward situations.
Yeah.
Awkward situations.
Indeed.
I feel like you guys would have fun stories about awkward situations. Secondhand embarrassment is like the death of me, so I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Yeah. Did you guys have some as well, or okay?
I have
Because
so many.
How many did we have to
Really?
prepare?
Just one. Just
One?
one golden nugget if you want.
I have two though.
okay,
Go ahead.
I think you should
Please
go.
do.
Okay. The first one is I used to work at my mom's noodle shop.
Iconic.
Yes.
Have you guys been?
Uh,
Sorry.
I've heard many good stories.
Oh, you've never
In
been.
Wilmington.
Do an episode.
Yeah, we should do an episode there.
I've seen your dad on a poster
Oh,
about
sorry?
music.
Oh yeah, he had a little concert at Stratford.
Right.
Yeah.
Icon. But yeah, we
But
should go
yeah,
eat there.
yeah, I was working at my mum's, and then I was just chilling with a coworker. We were eating like Korean rice cakes, and this one it had like yellow powder on it. Yeah, and then we were just eating it. I think it was in Jamie, I don't know,
Yeah.
but we were eating it, and then we were just chatting. We were like looking outside, and then I turned to her, and then I saw like crumb, like the powder on her like chin, and I was like, "Hey, you got something here. You got you got powder here." And then she was trying to wipe it, and then she was like, "It's my pimple." And I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "Oh."
That's a
Th-
little.
that means the pimple was at its
so
ripe.
yellow. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
so.
It was the same like
same color. Same color.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, sorry."
That's pretty crazy.
But then we kind of laughed it off. I think.
does she still work there?
No.
That's
no.
probably why.
Yeah. But that was kind of awkward. Yeah. And then this one, the second one, is my favorite. So I went to Regent's Park Christian School, and we do we have chapel on Thursdays. Yeah, but I never met him. But I mean,
Because
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I
he's-
graduated. I would have graduated twice, and then That's
Yeah,
how
probably
they-
like when we were like born or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not the
Anyways,
topic.
yeah, that's not yeah. So we have chapel on Thursdays, and then usually we have talks, and sometimes we have people like guests come over. And this Thursday we had one Thursday we had like a girl group come to perform.
I didn't
I
know
actually
this.
I already know this. Sorry,
We're like a girl group, like a K-pop girl group.
not
thing.
a K-pop girl, but like
Just
an
an act.
Aussie like
Like a local
girl
act.
group. Yeah, there was like 3 girls, and guess what they decided to perform
At the Christian school.
at a Christian school.
I don't know.
God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. And I was like third row, and all of my friends were like,
Wow.
and all the teachers were like,
Just like
Wow.
cringy.
yeah,
As if that didn't have to go past someone.
yeah. But I don't think the person knew, the person that was organizing it, but he should have kind of checked up on
Yeah,
it.
on the set.
But like, yeah, the next Thursday, he was like, "Yeah, guys, I'm glad that you guys had a problem with that. Like, we were trying to like test where you guys were at with your thing." And I was like,
Stop
"Shut
it.
up! You just screwed up."
So did
it
they?
was all a test, guys.
yeah,
Don't
that's
worry.
crazy.
No, but yeah. It's
So did
okay,
they
it was
address
fine.
it? Like, were they like, "Oh, by the way, God is actually not a woman"? Like, did they have to state
No,
it,
I
or
don't
like?
remember that.
That
no.
song's also pretty sexually aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
were
I'm like,
like
ooh,
getting into it, and then we were like, yeah, it was so bad, but it was so good. You know what? One of the girls that performed, she was in my class for graphic design.
Oh, like
One of my
recently?
yeah,
Oh.
recently. My last class, I was in the same class as her.
Damn.
But she doesn't remember me, but I remember her.
Yeah.
Were
She
they?
made it so far, but it looks she clearly made it.
I mean,
But I was like, oh my gosh, that's her.
damn.
I was like texting my friends. I was like texting Liz and Alice. I was like, oh my gosh, guess who?
Is that also why you went on Australia's Got Talent? Or
Yeah,
for
just
them,
hoping
just for them.
Performing God is a Woman.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But
Wow,
yeah,
that's
those
crazy.
two are my favorite stories. Yeah.
Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, I was really thinking hard, and I was sharing this to Jojo the other day, and I was like, I don't really have like any embarrassing stories because I don't get that embarrassed. I think like many times, and so or like awkward, like there's not many awkward encounters because I realized all my encounters turn really aggressive. Like it just turns into like a fight, and so
Oh.
yeah, like.
Wait, so it's
Like I've been
Okay.
trying to think of stories, like things that have happened, right? Like episodes. And all I can think about, it's always me yelling at someone. Like it ends with me yelling. Like I don't know. All I can think
Wait,
about
so-
is like when I was in high school, I would get catcalled, right, by men.
Oh.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
And I'd be like, "What the F did you say to me?" And I'll like chase after them. Or like there'll be someone staring at me, like on the train. I remember there was this old guy staring at me. And then, like, you know, I was 18, you know, I was like, you know, I just
Yeah.
went to the club or something like that, whatever it was. And then he was like staring at me, and I looked back and was like, what do you want, bro?
So it's not an awkward story, it's
Yeah,
a fight.
it's just a fight.
It's just
That's
aggression.
all I can think about.
Sheer
sheer
aggression.
aggression. That's the only thing. But then I really tried to like get it out. I was like, what is there? Like there must be something.
Yeah.
And there was one thing. This one I've told to a lot of people at church though. So like a lot of them might know. But pretty much so Jojo is one grade below me. And in her grade, there's people born in 2001 and 2002. And I'm born in 2001. So I'm the same age as a lot of the people in her grade, even though she's one grade below. And I have to set this out for the story, by the way. What we did in first year was the girls, me, Joy and Evelyn, bought dinner for the year 12 girls. So for them, the grade below, we bought them dinner. And so like it's an act that kind of looks like, oh well, like they're older than us, so they're buying us food, like blah blah blah. But me, Joy and Evelyn are all the same age as the girls that are in the grade pretty much, except like 2 girls. And I at the time, like I drove because I was 18. I was driving and I drove the girls from Strathfield to Burwood or something like that because we were eating at Taste of Shanghai. And there was this one girl who, like, the whole night, she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Onni. And Onni means older sister, like, or older, like an older female person. She's like, oh, like, thank you so much. Like, oh my gosh, like, you're driving us? Wow, Onni, like, I can't believe you can drive, like, things like that. And she's like, pretty much the whole night. And then we're in the car together and she's mentioning someone and she's like, oh, you know, my 동생 David, and 동생 means little brother. And then I was like, wait, David? I was like, what's his last name? And then she was like, oh, David Song. David Song is my cousin. And David Song is 2 months younger than me. And so I was like to her, oh, wait, if he's your 동생, like if he's younger than you, how old are you? And she's like, oh, I was born in 2000. So she had to repeat because she came from overseas. And she was older than me, but and we found out because my cousin was the same age as me and she kept on referring to him as her younger brother kind of thing. And then I was like, oh, like I'm the same age as him. You're actually 1 year older than me. And then it was just silence.
And then you called it Onni?
No, and then it just ended up going, and then we left. And it stopped there. And so, yeah, so she was at that time 19. I was 18. And you would have been 17. And yeah, so she the whole night called me Onni, and then I'm actually 1 year younger than her. So that was that's a look, and it's awkward because of the context of the Korean culture, where like seniority is everything. Even if you're like 2 months older, like you're like, oh yeah, call me like I'm older than you, respect me. But then because of that, that's why it became embarrassing.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's like a really like a
that is awkward. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's my awkward
You
situation.
said it really well.
You felt that in your culture.
Yeah, I really
Straight in the culture.
Yeah, that was that was a lot, but that was ours. Well, what about you guys? Do you have any? I feel like James would have a lot. James is a bit of an awkward person, to be honest.
Wow, now John is like throwing shade
just letting you know. Share.
I'm curious if James is.
I think I've shared this before, but I once pooped inside the.
Sorry.
I once pooped inside the
That really escalated.
spa.
That's not awkward. That's disgusting.
No, wait, how did that happen?
Wait, who's
unpack it? Let's unpack it.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. Go.
What?
Hit us.
I was 3 years old.
No, you were. That's 3 weeks ago.
So his bad design. What is it? Clothing choices was only at 18, and all of us were younger.
No, I was actually 3 years old.
Okay.
Oh, that's different.
Okay, then that's
Yeah.
fine.
I accidentally pooped in the spa, and then I didn't know what to do with it, so I just like held it in my hands, and then I walked to my dad and said, "Yeah,"
Do something about it.
and then he's like, "Oh, just follow me," and like followed him to the toilet, and then he just dropped it inside the loo. Came back out of the toilet, and then we realized there were little bits of poo like floating around the water.
Yeah.
And this was when I was still in Korea, so this was at the Jimjilbang.
Yeah.
Not Jimjilbang. What
The
do you call it?
목욕탕.
The 목욕탕, which means it's the
bathhouse.
The bathhouse. So you have those dragons with water coming out of the mouths, and that was circulating.
So
The
it was
poo
like
bits.
brewing. It was like.
It was like
Cooking
a
his poo.
poo stew.
Oh.
Damn.
And there was an old man.
Did you say poo stew?
You just slipped that in. I didn't even.
casually sprinkle spews. Anyway,
There was an old man like relaxing like this with his eyes closed, and then it was going around his neck.
It's okay. Aromatherapy. Yeah.
No, he probably thought it was like a herbal medicine thing, like a
so it's
herbal
fine,
leaf,
it's fine.
like you know one of those ones.
Yeah. So it's fine.
So my dad had to like kind of act as if he was like scooping it out,
Oh my
walking around the spa, and just like just
Dad.
What a graceful
Dad, your
man.
dad really knew what to do.
Yeah, Mr. Anton
so
Joe.
that's I remember that happening. But yeah, what about you, Ajay?
I can't follow that.
Wait, but you don't have anything as of older?
Yeah, like pretty recent.
Like 3 years old is fair.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
How do you control your bowels when you're
Yeah,
3?
yeah,
You can't
yeah.
do anything when you're 3.
Can't really think of one.
Okay, fine. We'll go to IJ, and then if you think of one, you have to tell us.
So my one, I have two that still I cringe and I think about in the middle of the night.
Oh, that's a
There's
good
one
one.
of them is I was in year 7, and this is everyone just came. So it's one of those things like CCHS, the Regent's Park was only a high school at the time, so everyone who comes in into year 7, it's like
Fresh.
brand new, fresh, new social. Nobody's cool yet because you don't know. And so I remember, it was in year 7, and everyone was still like kind of figuring out who was friends with who and this and that. And so at roll call in the morning, I kind of like started to sit next to this dude that I was just like, oh, I think he's pretty cool, and I wanted to be friends with him, and he seemed to be popular because he was like friends with everyone, and he was talking to me every now and then. And do you remember when you get school photos, you trade photos?
Oh, yeah.
What sort of thing?
Yeah, that was that was the thing back in
Oh,
my
sorry.
day. You get school photos, and you had your own like personal ones, and then
Yeah.
you just trade with people, and then like you trade it and stuff. And so I traded with a lot of people, and I had like a pile, and and I traded with him anyway, and I just chucked it in my wallet.
Yeah.
And back then I had a wallet, and it had like a window section where
Yeah.
you put your
Yep.
cards.
Your ID. Yeah.
And so anyway, one morning we were like in roll call on this, and then he asked me something, required me to get something out of my wallet.
Yeah.
And when I opened my wallet, it was his picture on the window part panel.
man.
And then I looked at it, and then I saw him, and he was looking at it, and I was like, accident, and that's all I said. And then I just froze up, and then he just walked away from me after, and I was like, it's so
At this Christian school,
yeah.
you were being a homosexual.
Yep.
Dang.
And it was so
Oh, yeah.
awkward because I neatly stacked it as
Oh
well.
my
so
gosh! So you can
God.
only see his
Yeah,
face.
yeah,
You can't even
it's-
see.
no.
And you just accident.
Yeah, it was, like, I tried to explain, but it just wouldn't because I was so embarrassed. And then he
That's
just
crazy.
looked and like, okay, and then walked away. And then I never sat next to me again.
Wow.
Oh.
Do you talk to him now? Have you talked to him recently?
In our 10-year reunion, I told him the story and he laughed
And,
at it.
okay.
But,
Oh, wow.
but I got to tell him, I was like,
Yeah.
I had more photos in there. It wasn't just you.
Good that you explained. Yeah.
No, if you explain, it feels more defensive. Like,
feels like I'm
I
trying
am
to-
not
you're
gay.
trying. I'm straight. Like you're
I'm like,
really
what
trying
is
to. Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like sometimes you just gotta let it go. But that's fair.
I couldn't let it go. I had to
That's
tell
fair.
him. But it was that was like
Damn.
it was the
That's
worst
pretty good.
social suicide. And
Yeah.
I never made it into the higher parts of the social ladder. I
That's
was always
okay.
at the bottom. After that,
Oh.
and then the other story was like post high school.
Yeah.
And I hadn't caught up with my high school friends in ages, and I was just sitting in the car with them. It was just like awkwardly quiet, and so it was a guy and a girl, and they were in the front, and I was at the back seat, and I was just like, "Oh, hey, Jared, how are you, Taylor, going? It's going good, and how's things?" And then he's like, "Oh, we recently broke up, and I don't really want to talk about it." I was like, "Oh, okay." So sorry. Like, let's change the topic. Oh, Amy, how's stuff with you? It's Father's Day came up. What was it? And she's like, my dad and mom recently divorced, and I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I'll just jump out of the car. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I'll just be I just couldn't win.
You can't do anything right.
I couldn't do
Can't
anything wrong.
right.
Whatever I said, everyone was like sad, and then the whole car ride was just quiet. And I was
After
just like,
that?
yeah, it was just quiet. I was just like, and there's this other one. This one's a bit more spicy, but it's awkward because it's disgusting. I went to Bali with some friends.
Yeah.
I won't name names. But it was 2 guys I went with and a girl, and we're all high school friends. And then we're all in the cabin, right? And the girl was staying in another cabin. I don't think they'll hear this, but anyway, what happened was we were, one of my friends was sleeping there, and me and the other guy were gonna share the bigger bed together, and we were going to bed. Anyway, it was getting late, and it was like lights out, and then like it was the girl.
What?
I just had a thought, and I was like, "What if the guy you were sharing your bed with was the guy?" So sorry, I just had a thought. Oh my gosh, I couldn't
No.
contain it.
It's
Sorry.
actually worse than that, because what happened was there was the girl and the guy and me, and then it was getting late, so I was like, okay, good night everyone, and the other guy was sleeping as well, so I thought, okay, surely the girl's gonna get the hint and go. But during the trip, those two were starting to get closer, And so anyway, I turned my back and then the light was off, but they were still in the bed. And then I was just like, what? Go to your room. But I was just like, I didn't want to say anything. And then I started to hear kissing noises.
Shut up.
And I was just like, no, they cannot do this. I am right here on the bed.
Yeah, that's
So what did you say?
I didn't say anything. I just
Stop.
shaking. But thankfully, it didn't escalate to anything weird. I just heard the kissing and then it stopped.
Okay.
And then
You
she
should have
left.
started singing Love. Keisha Cole.
Hey, love.
Halo.
Halo. I can't see their halo at that point.
No.
But yeah, that was also another moment where I was just like, you know what? Do not want to ever experience that in my life
That's
again.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of trauma in my life. You
No,
know?
that was
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
traumatic. That's
you
not
know?
all. Wait, it is awkward.
I
but
feel like
also
no.
traumatic.
You know, if it got further, that's like. Okay, actually, maybe I shouldn't say it. That's like SA, because you didn't consent to it. But
It's true.
anyways,
It's
consent
true.
is a different story.
Yeah,
for another day.
but yeah, those were the wild post high school wild days.
Wait, how old were you guys?
We're in our early 20s at this point.
Wow, that's even more disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's like you knew better. Early 20s,
Yeah.
you would know better.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, so it is a
Oh,
wait, twinkle. And that end. Oh wait, do you
Does
have
that-
any more, Jay?
nah,
Really?
I can't think of any.
That's
That's
okay.
alright, that's
That's
alright.
okay. That was a good end. The
Tinkle, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much why I have a lot of moments where I wake up in the middle of the night like,
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
cringe. I think about a lot of those things.
That's I get it. Now I get it. Your ones are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
your
was
ones are
pretty
bad.
awkward. And
It's okay, everyone was awkward. All of us were all awkward.
Why is it getting so awkward now? I thought we already broke the ice. Which one's the ice? Sorry.
this one. Okay, the ice broke.
Now it's broken again. So
Just edit this part out, the awkward part out. It's
I
fine.
kind of liked it though.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Do we?
Yeah.
What time? I feel like we've Oh, it's already 9:15.
Oh, damn.
It's been an hour and a half.
We
but-
keep yapping. It's pretty intense.
Yes, but I think that's a good place to finish for tonight. I think we've covered so many topics,
We
talked
have.
about so many things,
Yeah.
recalled a lot of great memories, awkward but also good from inland. Yeah, I really enjoyed that trip from inland.
Yeah.
I remember the video we filmed of you yelling at me.
Oh yeah. That was crazy. Wait, you weren't we there?
I don't remember this.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there. And that's when Pastor Jacob lost the keys as well.
Oh, yeah. We were mucking around. Yeah.
The video is so good. Maybe we have to insert it
Okay.
as the ending.
I'll put
Insert.
we're trying to do a role play, but Liz got really into her role, and it really actually legit scared me.
Yeah, she was. So we were doing like door knocking role play. Like how do you react? And I was pretending to be an aggressive person. And this was just after. No, this was before I had met my aggressive team.
Yeah.
And pretty much him and
Oh, it was a
they were-
foreshadow.
Yeah, they were. I know they was. They were the two people that came door knocking, and I like yelled at him, and you could see it in his face and
Yeah.
his body. He's like,
I saw it in- in your
his
eyes. You were like,
in his eyes.
Wait,
He-
is this real?
like genuinely afraid of me.
Yeah.
Because I thought you were just gonna be like, "What are you doing here?" And I'll be like, "Well," but she's like,
No, I think I literally,
Shapeshift.
She staunched
She was
me,
like-
and I was just like, "Oh."
I literally growled at you.
And I
pretty
backed
much.
out as well.
You were like, and then she was like, "Can you edit me out of that? Can you edit me out of it?"
I just grabbed the bag of chips that I had.
Yeah, yeah, that was intense. I don't know why that happened.
And we were bullies to Jenna as well.
Yeah, we bullied
he enjoyed it too much.
Jenna. You weren't there for this either, were
No.
you? Because you know, the Sock family are moving to.
Uh-huh.
We pretty much like.
Is that able to be go public? Oh, we can always edit that out.
We can, can't we?
Well, they might be moving. We'll just say they could be moving somewhere.
They could be moving to a certain country, and that country's language, we pretty much surrounded Jenna and we spoke to her in that language. We were like, "Du-du-du," and she was like, and then we had to stop.
Yeah, I think you probably scarred her. So if she goes to that
I
country,
think
she's
so.
probably going to be like, not like it.
Yeah, I know.
Internalize the racism, right?
Yeah, I know. That was our. But we
Yeah,
do
that's
that
pretty
every
bad.
trip. We traumatize her every trip. Last time.
so funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's yeah.
Have you seen the video of the Cecil?
Can you share that story with Joel?
Good job.
Joel?
Joel.
What happened?
There was a time when myself, John, went to go to the toilet, and then there's you know how there's 3 toilets
Yeah.
in the public toilet.
Yeah.
So John and I occupied 2 of them, and then Joel had to go to the toilet to take a number 2,
I had to take him.
and then I had to take him, and then he came in. I heard them. I was like, "Oh, yo, Joe, hey man!" I called out from my toilet, and then I was hearing IJ and Joel get ready. I was like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" And then IJ was like, "Oh, Joel needs to take a number 2," and I was like, "Oh." I knew that in my head, John and I were already occupying the 2 toilets, but those were the only one that were clean.
Oh.
The other one was it didn't have a toilet seat at all.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was like a bit messy, and like there was like a little dribble on the seat, and then I was like, "Oh no, you can't sit on that." I told him,
Yeah.
and then he's like on the toilet. I already did. With his husky voice.
Husky. That was gremlin. Not husky.
And on the way, he really needed to go because he kept going, aish, aish. He was walking toward the toilet. Kept making the Korean old man.
Oh, that's so
He's like, I really need to go, hurry up.
Oh, I love that. They're so
Some
cute.
Some memorable moments.
Yeah, inland's great. Sure.
Can we end by changing one of the buttons to Halo? All of us singing it.
Well, okay, we'll say it and then I can clip it and make it an actual recording on its
okay.
own,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I can insert.
Okay.
it. Okay, 3, 2.
You have to do it as well.
But how did you do it? How did you?
Halo.
No, it wasn't that.
It was
No.
kind of more groovy.
He's adding the
Halo.
bass to it.
No, it was a bit lower. It was like
Halo.
Halo.
Is it Halo?
It goes like,
Yuck.
3, 2, 1.
Halo.
Did we harmonize?
Yeah, we kind of.
Actually
That was
sounded
so
kind of
weird.
good.
That was so good. Oh my gosh. That should be out. Yeah.
yeah.
That's the outro.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
unexpected.
you should make all of our laughing one as well. And that's the laughing.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a laughing
yeah.
button.
I could. I have so much to work with.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it.
Tonight.
I love it.
Yes. But thank you, girls, for
Oh.
coming onto the King's Army podcast.
Thank
you
you
for
having
giving.
us.
No problem. Thank you for giving us your time and sharing your insight. And yeah, this was a fun dynamic having female guests
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm expecting more views. So this should
We'll bring it
raise
up.
the
Bring it
roof.
up. No,
Please
that was-
advertise this amongst
Yeah.
the
we will. I think a lot of them don't even know it exists.
That's good.
So
Now they do.
Now they will have
we
to.
have the crossover.
Yeah. So we might have to make this a regular thing to bring their views up every once in a while,
Every now and then.
just to help them out a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, we need a little help.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming. You've been listening to the King's Army podcast with your host IJ
James.
and our guests.
Chonga.
And Boram.
Till next time, thanks for listening. God bless and stay classy.